Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the CSGO Ice Winter Finals. We are finally here, and boy, do we have a show for you. UCD Leviathans taking on the TU Dublin Apes. I am joined tonight by Ro. How are you doing, Ro?
Not bad at all, Evan. Nice to be uh, back home safe, and hopefully everybody's having or will have a good start to their Christmas holidays. So I think this will be a good way to get started with some nice CS. So yeah, I'm doing quite well. Looking forward to this big game as well.
Yeah, it should be a good game anyway. So we have our vetoes are in already. We have UCD vetoed Vertigo and very, very interesting stuff. TUD vetoed Nuke, which is UCD's probably their strongest map. And I believe they're the first team the entire tournament to actually have the foresight to ban Nuke against them. So that is a major downside for UCD going into this straight away. But TUD are also very confident on Vertigo. So UCD banning that is also a very good move. So the first map of the evening is going to be Overpass with TUD starting on CT. This is UCD's map pick to kick things off. Teams are just about to start loading in now, so we will be kicking off shortly.
Yeah, so Overpass, I think it's going to be a great sort of start to this series. Overpass quite popular, I would say, in this this whole league. Both teams, I'd say, very confident in this. Obviously, picked by UCD. I think they can definitely bring it to TUD in this map. Obviously, TUD decides as they have the pick, they'll pick CT side, which is of course in my opinion, the far more um, favorable side for the map. But definitely, you know, eh, for UCD, for many people would be the underdog in this game, although a tight enough game at that. But uh, I would maybe think that being T side isn't that bad of a thing. You know, you have that sort of opportunity to control the pace of the game. Maybe Overpass especially kind of lends it into being both sort of fast and slow pace rounds, depending on how you want to do it. So there's really there's a lot of opportunity to do different things, whether you want to sort of get into it or I don't know, like rush down B is probably going to be maybe a struggle C for a pistol, do a B take, or you can do some more slow stuff on A. It's a very wide range of things you can do, and I think that might land into a decent T side for UCD. So your
Indeed,
thoughts
yeah.
in the first map, at least?
I have some very, very top secret insider knowledge that absolutely
Oh,
nobody on Earth knows about Mr. Turtle is that he loves Overpass with every fiber of his being. So this is right up his alley that this is the first map. So that is definitely a point worth mentioning, I think, in favor of UCD here. But given their previous matches on the map, 2D Apes have taken every one of them. So I'm hoping it's gonna be a close game, but I do have TUD to win this map.
yeah, I think that's fair. TD, this historically the stronger team. I think they'll probably pip the post here at the very end as well.
Indeed, yeah. I do think if UCD can manage to take Overpass, they definitely have a chance of taking the series. But I think this first map is going to be very, very important, and UCD's chances of taking the finals are going to be very, very decreased if they don't manage to get this first map. Uh, so the odds are against them. A couple of finals in a row, they have fallen to TUD. So it'll be interesting now to see if UCD can pick up a W in the last game of the entire tournament. We're going to be kicking off
To
soon. We've just heard from our admin that the game is live in real time. So GoTV will be catching up in just a moment.
to sort of use a sporting analogy, you could almost this is Mayo versus Dublin in the football All Ireland football finals. Mayo's been up in the finals a lot. Obviously, Dublin winning past 6 in a row. Um, so could this be the year? Is this UCD for Sam, sort of, or will it be another TUD win streak extension? We'll have to find out and wait and see.
That we will, and we are kicking off into the pistol round right away. TUD on the CT side, UCD on the T side, as we saw from the veto. UCD going to be picking up full sets of armor across the board, and same on TUD as well. Actually, no utility coming into this first round.
Yeah, interesting. You might see maybe a smoke flash or something, or of course a kit would be very beneficial, but instead we're going to see TUD maybe going for a more aggressive play here now than you would expect. On the other side though, UCD just walking straight out onto the B site, and they will be rewarded with a frag, but they don't realize Vantik, and he gets 2 frags, 3 frags, hidden from the barrel spot, make it 4, all down onto the ace. Ruben left against 2 players now. Arak and Vantik spotted, gets the first frag, can he get the second? He's tapping away, and he does. Well, if you want an explosive round to start it off, there you have it. Ruben and Vantik showing off the frags, and that would be round 1 to UCD.
What a treat that was to watch. The double stack on barrels, the absolute bait as Ventake like hid while the I believe it was Cass took that first engagement. And huge round from Ruben there to clutch out that 1v2 as well. But oh my goodness, I was as a UCD bias caster, I was rooting for Ventake to get that ace. Phenomenal round to start things off.
Yeah, I think as well, you know, if you want to start playing those cheeky spots early on, I think that might give us a sort of painting for how the rest of the game is going to play. So I'm expecting some future cheeky plays, or maybe some BM or something, you know, just something like that to spice up this final. I'm going to see Arak having no respect here, pushing this smoke just about, spots the shoulder peek from Aiden and a headshot as well. Tying it up, a frag apiece in this round. And very aggressive play still here from Arak, as UCD now walking out onto long here. Just slowing it down a little bit. Arc isn't going to spot anybody in connector there, so he falls back just a bit. Nobody for UCD on this sort of B area of the map, but Arc still in a dangerous spot here in connector. Ruben watching for it as the remainder of the UCD players now run out onto the A side. Vantik and Arc falling down there. Just Cass and Adam now with the Deagles.
The retake is going to be coming in. They are both in a position to go for this, but quick swing from Danny will take out Cass. Adam JC will get a first kill onto Incipients there, but 1v3 is too much of a big ass with a Deagle and no body armor. He is dropped by Mr. Turtle, and UCD Leviathans are going to pick up their second round.
Yeah, those rounds especially, I think if you're just trying to sort of calm the nerves getting into this, you know, things can get away from you. If maybe a pistol rush works in the favor of the ecoing side there, that could be very dangerous. But UCD, they rode the wave, and another round on the board.
Indeed. This is going to be full eco now coming out from TUD, as they did kind of buy Deagles and stuff into that last round. It's going to be a quick mid push as Cass will get the opening kill onto Incipients. Mr. Turtle will trade it out by taking out that frag, but it looks like Mr. Turtle is going to fall as well. Aiden will do a lot of damage onto Ventic and manage to take out Adam JC, but it's a 3v3. 2 rifles now in the hands of TUD as well. However, the bomb is going to be going down on that B bomb site, and Aiden will have that information that TUD aren't pushing through T-spawns. They're probably going to be coming down connector, is what he's going to be calling to his team. But look at this, they're going to the A-bomb site. They're going the long way. This is an interesting ploy. Danny
Flash
makes first
takes
contact.
them with it. I don't think they'll save their rifles here. Flash is going to have to do a lot to run away. And actually, yeah, okay, he might just do it. No one seems to be chasing him there.
I think it's the right call. He's going to wait around on the bomb site to hope that one of the UCD players does go for a bit of aggression. He's in danger of taking a lot of damage to the bomb here. He got a little dicey, but he does manage to survive. And he will take that Galil into this round. They do have a full buy in this round regardless, so I don't think it's that imperative that he held onto the Galil. But regardless, it is extra weapon and firepower that they didn't have before, so he will hold on to that instead of going for an M4 and get that full utility and the only defuse kit on the team actually. So there you go, that actually did have some impact coming into the next round.
Yeah, Adam had enough to buy a defuse kit, but he opted not to. The only player actually on the TD side to have head armor, which is pretty useless since you've got 4 AKs and 1 AWP, but who knows, there could have been a cheeky Mac 10 player if somebody's still lurking for UCD, but they're just going to send it out long, and well, there hasn't been any fights at all taken here. As I say that, Aiden takes down to 2 HP there. The AWP cast and a flash to take out Ruben there. Now the frag's going the way of UCD Incipiens with 2 of his own. Arc in the bathrooms as well. Is he watching for Aiden there on the flank? Aiden fires off the bullet and will fall eventually. 3 versus 2. Make it a 3 versus 1 now. Just Vantake left. Those 4 kills from the pistol round. Hasn't got any since, as I say, that gets his 5th of the round, or of the game I should say. Round 1 versus 2, and Mr. Turtle's watching that smoke. And that is a fairly good gun round there for UCD.
That is lovely picks there from Mr. Turtle to bring that bomb site more secure in their favor. Let me just see if I can fix the auto director here. It appears to be acting up a little bit. Let's see if I can rebound it. That should do it now. Yeah, there we go. So coming into this round, TD back onto the not full eco, but they will buy pistols and body armor. It looks like they're going to go for a quick B play on the UCD side, but they're walking into a 3-man stack with a fast connector rotate coming in as well. UCD have a lot of work cut out for them, but Incipiens will launch that kill onto Flash as the bomb will begin to be planted by Mr. Turtle. All 4 CT players already just outside the bomb site, ready to retake here, coming in from that short water position. Mr. Turtle finds Adam JC. Vente gets a lovely 1D gun to Ruben. Mr. Turtle gets a second. Cass finds one. Aract finds one. And Aiden finds one as well. And now it's just Aract in the 1 versus 2 who will fall to Danny. And that's 5 rounds now for UCD. A completely clean sweep so far.
Yeah, got a 100 to UCD, playing very well. They maybe have read into sort of how TED might play those rounds, and it was a short push there, and they just decided to rush down through Monster, and it worked out for them. This will be another test, though. 2 AWPs on the TUD side. Incipient seems to be the one that might take some fire here. Pushing out on the middle. Field flash from Danny over on the short, but no aggression there, so a much slower round this time.
Indeed, they do have the double AWP setup, which is definitely of note. One in the hands of Aract and one in the hands of Cass. Looking like Aract is going to be using his in sort of that bathrooms area divider guardian spot, whereas Cass is taking his to long. So that a bomb site definitely on lockdown from the ranged weapons.
And UCD haven't really moved at all in the past 50 seconds. Very slow round this time. Maybe hoping for some more utility usage from TUD, but we can see Aract, Cass, both having smokes and Vantake, and Adam and Aract with Molotovs as well, so they still have enough to stop one push at least onto a bomb site, and they're going to actually take some aggression on the short. Ruben will hear the steps of Adam there into the water, but Vantake's holding the door, and the flash goes through, blinds Adam, and Vantake almost let his teammate die, but he comes in clutch with a frag of his own there as Ruben helps, or as Vantake helps out and kills Ruben. Aiden now onto the bomb site. 1 frag onto Flash. Molotov from Arc to stop the push, but it seems to be working for now. Smoke onto the bomb site as Arc just jumps in the water here.
Time is running out. Only...
Oh! Aract with that no scope, and I think he gets the second as well. I was quite confused there, to be fair. But yeah, TUD somehow winning that round there in the end.
Yeah, I liked what UCD were doing at the start. They played it slow, sort of tried to pick and prowl and see where they could make contact with those AWPs. And then they opted to go B, but I think they were perhaps just a little too behind on the information, and TUD had a full stack over there pretty much. And Aract, of course, landing those 2 beautiful no-scopes. Just, you know he had to do it to them. Actually, this is very interesting. UCD are forced onto an eco round here, as Cass will get that opening kill onto Danny. Although they're 5-1 up, their money has been kept very modest. Cass picks up a second frag of the round here as well. Ventake finds one onto Aiden. Spray transfer onto Incipiens. And now it's just Mr. Turtle, the only AK on the squad, dropped by a clean headshot from Ventake.
Yeah, exactly what you're saying there. UCD 5 in a row, and yet they lose 1 round and they have to basically go maybe a half by there. And Yeah, it just shows. Although TUD weren't winning the rounds, the amount of damage that they were doing was just, well, it proved paramount in that round, as it was a clean sweep really for them. But we're back on the gun, still a double op setup, and it's, well, Incipiens is going to be raging about that. Proven well for TUD. Cast to get that first frag. Arced as
In
well and long with the AWP.
a
Double
very
up on
strong
A.
A setup. Yeah, it's a little overkill, but if it's winning you rounds, who are you to complain? You know what I mean? That's like they've got that whole middle area covered from Aract and Divider, and Cast just holding long. The only other threat there, you've got Adam JC jump spotting connector and B short. If as soon as he makes contact, that's one of the uppers straight away coming down to the lower B bomb site, and you've got 4 players there to deal with the T push. It's a strong setup here, and I think UCD they'll figure it out quick enough, but to counter it is a difficult thing. They're going to need to start pulling off some fakes, I think. Pulling early rotates, hitting A hard, which looking at it now, it looks like they're actually going to go for the long push, possibly. They're going to run into 2 ops here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think how many rounds will it take for UCD to sort of figure these things out now that TUD has adapted with this double up setup. Arced on Cast, watching the angle, he's watching the boost as well. Aiden's going to fall to that. 3 versus 5 now, and they have to take a site. All pushing up long here. Cast, Arced, all finding players here. It will be Adam JC though. 2 frags there at the finish.
You gotta
Third round now for TED.
you gotta respect Arax going for that no scope there. He was
feeling it, yeah,
definitely feeling it. Yeah, that
He had those 2 no scopes on the B bomb site, so I wouldn't want to face him in a close angle here with that AWP.
yeah, you can tell he's feeling comfortable as well from how he was holding that long angle as well. He peeked sort of wider out to get that jump up spot, and he managed to find the kill for it, I believe, onto, I think it was Mr. Turtle, which just, it says a lot about how he's feeling anyway. However, coming into round number 9, it's going to be Ventake opening things up, finding Incipiens straight off the bat. It is a pretty big save round for UCD. They're not too invested into this round. TUD still holding on to that double up setup as well, as Aract up was picked up. Why not? If he's feeling it, as we said. It's looking like it's going to be another A hit here, which is, it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out, given that Aract has taken that up into B heaven. So he's going to be quick on the rotate, but he's not going to be there for the initial hit, which could be quite big. Although he is rotating now. Cass is jump spotting on the A bomb site. Might be smelling a rat here. Actually, it looks like Ventake is going to rotate up as well, as is Flash. UCD are going to be walking to a meat grinder here. Cass gets that opening kill onto Aiden. Ruben running into the bomb site. Cass misses the no-scope, but pulls out that CZ. He should get that kill. He'll take out Danny and Ruben, and Ventake picks up Mr. Turtle as well.
A
Good
grand
read.
total of 21 damage done to the CT side there from UCD isn't really what you want. You maybe want to take at least 1 gun away, because that economy, as we can see, is just building up. Ventake there, 9.8 thousand, 7.8 thousand, 7.1, 7.1. Just Flash on 3.1, but he can get dropped by his teammates. On the other hand, dire straits really for UCD. They need to start getting some rounds on the board here now.
Looking at the how many players have survived for TUD as well, they've only had 3 players die in the last 4 rounds, which is kind of insane when you put it like that. So they're not spending much money rebuying weapons. And if they can take this round as well, the score will be level, and they'll be pretty much set economically for the rest of the half, I'd feel comfortable saying. Even if they were to buy at least 1 up every round. Yeah. So they're definitely in a good spot here, despite being a round behind.
Yeah, I would almost expect TUD, if they get even if they lose this round but do enough damage, it would prove fatal maybe in the round after. But Danny gets that opening frag on Devante because he got a little bit too aggressive, and the trade's now going the way of Flash and Adam. Aiden to bring some control back now for UCD. 2 AWPs on this retake onto the B side, and Aract, well, he's been feeling confident, and he almost hits that shot right through the leg, so but Cass will help him out, and Aiden, right beside the pillar, falls to Aract eventually. So AWP proving no problem in that round. And look at the money here now. Looks like UCD are going to buy into this, but their utility will be severely lacking.
Watching Aract up is like watching the mole's perspective from Whack-A-Mole. He's just popping up everywhere, taking shots, finding frags. Like he's just everywhere. It's incredible to watch.
Yeah, he's feeling it. And just to point out, Aiden there, I think he may have impulsively bought his teammates opting for a half buy, so that could have a knock-on effect also. Oh, but what a headshot from Ruben there, taking out Aract. Well, you're saying Aract was the hammer in the Whack-A-Mole situation. Well, the Moles have fought back, and now an AWP in hand here for Ruben. Could be all they really need to get back into this round. Ruben watching for that jump spot on Cass there. Very close to catching his head. In the meantime, UCD now pushing it onto the B site.
Ventake has hurt them, however, that grenade.
Oh. It's so much damage being done onto the B side, but somehow it's a 2 versus 2 with the flash through. Ventake doesn't care. Gets that frag into Aiden, and that's the bomb dropped, and Cass, just at the corner of that smoke, will catch off Ruben to take it now. For the first time in this game, TUD are in the lead 6-5.
Yeah, that was a good read from UCD, actually. They realized that TUD have a tendency to sort of do that 2 on A setup and 3 on B, and if it's about a minute into the round, they'll rotate up a player or 2 from the B-bomb site. But Ventake fell off to that CT position and heard the UCD players coming down connector, so the rotate was quick for the CTs there. Right, we will see an up coming out in the hands of Ruben this round. Oh, Cass gets a leg onto Incipiens, but can't finish off the kill. And that's going to be a quick long push coming out from UCD as they're just going to absolutely leg it onto the bomb site.
Yeah, we've really seen UCD favouring this long push, and Ruben sort of falling back in the middle, trying to catch a frag as he does, and Aiden there to catch off Cass, but Adam peeks in, gets the dink, but not good enough. Aiden rips his head right off, and now it's a 2 versus 5 for TUD, and, well, are they feeling confident enough to go for this? It will remain to be seen.
Yeah, a lot of damage has been done to the UCD side. I mean, most players sitting below 50 HP, and they do have 2 rifles. This is, for a 2v5, surprisingly winnable, but they need to get their skates on if they do want to do anything about this, because that bomb is ticking away. It's almost halfway gone at this stage, and with 5 players to find, I think they're just going to try... Yeah, they're going to try and go for exit frags here by the looks. Although, Ventake is creeping up in that bathrooms position. He might not spot Mr. Turtle here. Flash will find Aiden. Flash will find a second one onto Incipiens. Danny will silence Ventake. And Flash will survive the round, but Mr. Turtle will perish to that bomb. Good damage done from TUD. They're leaving just 2 UCD players alive and managing to hold on to an M4.
That's great damage by TUD. And I feel bad for Ventake there, I think it was. Must be playing 4x3. He could have spotted the barrel of one of the UCD players in the close bathrooms position, but he dies to the bomb anyway. I think it was Mr. Turtle. So yeah, brilliant damage, and you can see the effect that'll have in the economy. And Arik takes down Mr. Turtle just like that. Incipien's going to push through the Molotov. Arik hears the ticks, but falls to the headshot. In the meantime, look where Cass is with his AWP. And he catches off Danny with the bomb, drop down the middle. This has really split the UCD attack as Flash now catches off Incipiens. And just like that, the round is back in favor of TUD.
I think Agent did manage to sneak past Adam JC there into Monster. He couldn't see his feet. So if they can manage to get that bomb, that is a free B bomb site. But with Flash pushed up and long like that and Cass playing the Guardian position, you've got your work cut out for you for getting that bomb back. Especially now that Aiden has just fallen to Adam JC as well from outside connector. It is just Ruben 1 versus 4.
Oh no! No! Oh, you hate to see it. There we go. The true battle has finally begun. 1-0 as Cass says in the chat. 1-0 to TUD in the knife kills. And it's 7-6 in game, so TUD really bringing it back in this second quarter. Just 1 round for UCD out of the last 8. Still, 6 rounds though was quite decent for the T side. Maybe If they can even just squeeze one more out of this half, it would be excellent. And they're going to opt for a B play. We haven't really seen too many split plays on Lanston at UCD. It's just been a full send, and when Danny's hitting shots like that through the smoke and blind, well, you might as well. 4 versus 3 retake. Make it a 4 versus 2 now as Flash tries to do his bit here for TUD, and he's pushed up through that smoke. He's going to catch one on a second, and all of a sudden it's a 1 versus 1 now. Cass with this AWP against Aiden. So he's snuck onto Monster here, but the molly's good. And Cass, here's the tick, gets the frag. That utility usage from Cass was perfect there, and he will get the 8th round now for TUD.
He will.
Well
That was
played.
very good stuff from Cass and Flash there. There was a 2 versus 4. They were left to hold 4 UCD players, and Flash just managed to isolate those fights absolutely perfectly, finding 2 kills out near Monster. I actually think all 3 kills were down towards like the lower B water Monster area, and then Cass cleaning up that 1v1. Great stuff from him. We're coming into the last round of the half here. UCD full buy, all AKs, very good utility, and TUDX just taking that 1 AWP in the hands of Cass coming into this round. What a position from Arakht, who plays around his own smoke and takes out Mr. Turtle. And there's no trade potential there because UCD are all outside of B, and they're going to charge into the meat grinder that is Ventek's AUG as he takes out Danny to begin with, finds a second one through Incipiens, might get a third onto Ruben here, but Ruben silences him. Meanwhile though, Adam JC finds Aiden over on short, and now it's just Ruben in a 1 versus 4, but TUD, the meat grinder, has started, and that is a 9th round for them, finishing this half of our first map, 9-6 to TUD.
Yeah, another great half there from TUD, sort of improving on their aggressive takes that they've done in the previous rounds, and well, it pays off yet again. And the positioning on the B side was perfect there. Ventek just mowing them down, and they didn't really stand a chance in that round, UCD. But 6 rounds, as I said, not bad for a T side, and hopefully with the CT side pistol just about getting underway, will we see the standard 1A 4B setup. 2 flashbangs and a kit bought there for Aiden. And there's going to be 2 on A actually this round.
Oh, this is interesting. This is different from the setup we've seen before on UCD actually. Ooh, all of TD
out onto Monster.
Going up connector.
Okay. Usually you see the opposite of this. Flash take the first bit of damage there, and then Incipiens, he's going to have to fall back. All of TUD are on him right now. He doesn't get a single frag there. It's Flash now pushing up spots. Aiden on the dumpster, and they're watching for any long players. And will they realize Mr. Turtle gets that 1 frag? Aiden and Ruben chipping in as well. Now a 2 versus 2 here as Cass trades a few frags back. Both UCD players now on the retake from the middle and long side of the map. The kit has been dropped, but it's dropped near CT. And that could prove all the difference here.
So much damage being exchanged, but no kills coming through. Cass will finally manage to take out Mr. Turtle. Ruben lands a tag onto Cass after taking out Flash, but it's 1 versus 1 now. Cass will get the knife onto Ruben, and that's a 4K for him in this round. That's the 2nd time Ruben has started to a knife this game. What unfortunate scenes here on our live stream final.
Well, that's 2-0 in the TUD, and yeah, what a way to finish off that pistol round. It was a bit dodgy there, just sort of in the middle of that round, but they steered home, and I think that kit being dropped near the CT side was sort of the final nail in the coffin there. Incipiens to fall at the hands of the AK of Ventek, as TUD seem to be pulling a bit of a UCD strat here, pushing up 4 players on long. Make it 5 now. Adam with that Mac 10, hoping to rip some heads off here. And we'll see a little boost coming in from the UCD players here. And what a 1-dig there on the Flash. Nice little boost. Works out in favour of 1 frag at least. As now it's just Aiden, 43 HP. Somehow gets that frag through the smoke.
I believe. Feels here Cass pushing that bank position, and he knows there's still one on site. He can get this kill and get that operator. There's still 1 player low. If he can get this kill onto Adam JC, this is a completely winnable round. but I don't think he heard Arek's drop. I think he's gonna be caught off guard, and he will, unfortunately. Arekt will find that frag, and that puts TUD at 11 rounds, and UCD still only on 6.
Did you say the operator?
I did. That's my Valorant side showing. I'm ashamed. As soon as I said it, I was like, oh no. Please don't fire me for that.
We forgive you. We forgive you. Nice. 2 smokes being chucked out there from UCD. Short and Monster blocked off just like that. But the flash from Flash going through as Incipiens catches off Ventic and Flash. I don't think he realized where he is. He's stuck in the smoke. Eventually makes it out on the short. Incipiens and Mr. Turtle there just gonna fall off here now, and that's a good way to get your foot into this round.
This round is deja vu of a previous round we saw, but this is like role reversal here. Danny finds a kill onto Flash. Adam JC finds one onto Ruben. But this isn't the first time we've seen a player in mid caught off guard by a CT mid push, and then the rest of the team hit B with no trade potential. Last time it worked out in the CT's favor, however. This time, perhaps history will repeat itself, as it is a 4 versus 3 in favor of UCD. And TUD, very little map control. Definitely forced just outside of B here. It looks like they're going to go for a boost, but Aiden's watching it.
Aiden.
This could be huge. He will one-tap Cass and just delete him from the server, and that's massive information. They know one of the last 2 players is outside of B, and the bomb is probably not far behind, as it is, in fact, in that monster position. Comes out, the push comes, Adam JC finds that first kill onto Aiden, and he will land that second one onto Danny. Actually, it's Arekt who manages to get that, and now it's a 2 versus 2. Adam JC will spot Incipiens in heaven as he goes to plant that bomb. 3 flashes on the CT side, so decent retake potential here. Incipiens lands a dink onto Adam JC, but Adam JC does good damage back onto him. Still a 2 versus 2. No kills coming yet as Arekt finds Incipiens, and now it's just Mr. Turtle in a 1 versus 2. He is walking up that CT towards Graffiti. He has good HP to go for this. If he can land first bullets, he can take it, but Arekt off angle is too much, and that will be his 3rd of the round. TUD picking up their 12th round.
Was that 2 versus 4? 2 versus 5? I think it was 2 versus 4. I think that
it was at least a 2 versus 4.
Yeah, that was great positioning there, I must say, from Adam and Arekt. Just those flashes that came through. Unfortunate timing, I believe, for one of the players. I think it might have been Aiden on Tiller, got caught off, but the remainder of his teammates, I think they just got outplayed. But the angles that were taken there by TUD were just brilliant, set up for great trades, and well, we can see the result of that. As TUD now just going to send it out onto the B-bomb site. 3 players for UCD on short, and a dink coming through. Ventic now on 5 HP will fall to Incipiens. Danny get one himself. Arekt and Flash in the TUD side getting to make the 3rd round of the round for TUD as Adam gets that 4th one. Just Mr. Turtle now in the Deagle.
Oh, one thing I can say about Mr. Turtle is never underestimate him when he's in a 1 versus 2 scenario, no matter the odds. There is no bomb down here as well. It will be planted now by Adam JC, but Mr. Turtle, no armor, only a Deagle to his name. He is leaping up, and he might get Adam JC here off guard, and he will. He'll land that 1 dig, and he's going to know Arekt is either pushed up CT or he's on that short position. He will spot at the shoulder. The Molotov will force him out, and Mr. Turtle takes it. 1 versus 2. Never don't believe in Mr. Turtle. He can always win a round.
Well, yeah, you called it there. Very nice slow play there. Almost got caught off, but does hit the 1 dig and then picks up that Molotov to shut out the final TUD player. So that's a round TUD shouldn't have won, and a round UCD shouldn't have won. So I think we're evens again. 12-7 now is the scoreline. And TUD forced into a sort of half-buy situation here, and Incipiens with this AWP might be able to catch a few here onto middle. He peeks, gets the first frag onto Cass, and will fall back off that. He's getting chased down though by Adam and co. A leg shot there onto Adam though. And Incipiens, well, he's just holding on. That's a 3rd now in the round. Mr. Turtle to help him out, and it's just Arekt here with the Deagle, and he will fall to the Turtle.
The brick wall duo, the oldest 2 players on the UCD team, Mr. Turtle and Incipiens, both been playing since the very, very first season of ICE. I think they're the only 2 players on the entire server that have played in every single iteration of ICE and every single iteration of the UCD team, of course. But the teamwork we can expect from the two of them is just going to be clean to watch. Like that round, they just played off each other beautifully. However, coming into round number 21, TUD have a goodbye. They have 5 AKs. They are lacking a little bit on utility, but they have also a good bit of map control early on to show for it. Taking all of that sort of middle area. And connector as well, actually.
And the lack of utility there from TUD might prove to be difficult. Incipient's fully blinded though, catches off Flash. 3 smokes though is good enough for an execute onto one of the 2 sites here. Are checking bathrooms, doesn't find anybody, and Incipient's, well, he's been on a bit of a roll with this AWP. I was just going to preemptively throw down a Molotov here. But it looks like it's going to be a B take for TUD. Aiden and Danny the ones to be pressured very, very shortly. The smokes will be lined up, will it? No, it's going to be a contact for now. A smoke in the short for Aiden as 3 of the 4 TUD players now push up onto Monster. The flash goes over, the door is opened, and Ark gets that frag. Brilliant teamwork there from TUD as they enter now onto the B side. Adam gets one, but Incipients and Ruben get some of their own. Ark and Vantic, however, trade it back, and now it's the clutch king himself, Mr. Turtle. And a 1 versus 2.
Arax is also very low HP. Mr. Turtle doesn't have any utility to work with, and I don't think there's going to be much potential for him to pick any up on the bomb site, but he has heard that reload on short, and I think he can probably realize it's safe to assume that both beauty players are going to be together here, especially if the information is known that Arax is probably low. The bomb is very much planted for them though, and he doesn't have a lot of time. He does have a kit, but he's going to need to fake this twice to get them to peek him. With only 10 seconds left, I think he's just going to hold on to that AK. But Arax holding W, he's just going to hard swing, and he will find the kill as Mr. Turtle holding his knife to just get out of that bomb site as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and he just about survives. Thankfully, the round moves on to the next one before the bomb explodes. And yeah, as Cass put it in chat, no molly, no clutch. He didn't have any utility to flush any of the players out or stop them from pushing, so ended up trying to go for a save, and Art showing no fear and getting that final kill.
I think it's interesting to just consider the possibility. How would that round have gone if Mr. Turtle did have a single smoke to his name? Because he could have isolated one of the positions. There would have been a lot more time to work with. But alas, it was not meant to be. And the score is now 13 for the TUD Apes. Danny will find the opening kill onto Ventic, as TUD are showing a lot of presence around that B bomb site. But the bomb is running up to A in the hands of Arax with Flash there to support him. UCD
slowed down yet again. Flash
yeah.
can throw Molly actually. Yeah, it's bit of a weird setup here from TUD if I say so. As though watching for any aggression from short, as the remainder of his teammates now pushing up onto A short here, meticulously clearing this bathroom's position. And Mr. Turtle on the AWP now as well.
He spotted a rack there, I think. And Mr. Turtle was actually the initial upper for UCD. He held onto it for many, many years. And it's only this year we've seen him transition to rifles more, so perhaps he's hoping to bring forward some magic, as he will find that first kill onto Flash, but Adam JC trades it out. Mr. Ruben finds one onto Adam JC. Aiden smells a rat on the B bomb site and takes out Cast, going for the cheeky flank. Aract will find Ruben, and Incipient's there to deny the bomb plant. He will just in time, as that is a 9th round for UCD, slowly but surely closing the gap up. That is 3 of the last 4 rounds they have won, and they have forced TUD onto what should be a full eco round here. But actually, they're going to force buy into it because they'll probably be double eco, so we'll see just pistols coming out from them and some body armor, maybe the odd grenade.
Maybe a little bit of confusion. We can see an initial half buy from some of the TUD players. Eventually, they do all fall into a full force here. And Arik actually waste that smoke because he was so late, that the Molotov extinguished before he even needed to throw it. But here we go. That is the only. My apologies. I was going to say that's the only smoke, but Flash does have one as well. He will be. Well, he had lined that up for a B site smoke, but he's just going to wait that little bit longer and probably wait for any monster pushes here. A much slower round from TUD, maybe hoping for a peek from the UCD side, catch them off guard and get a weapon from them, but nothing being given to them just yet.
Indeed, it's interesting to see what looks to be like a very rough buy, like basically an eco round to be played so slowly. They're trying to see if they can get any information and wait out some of UCD's utility, which UCD have used. But Aiden pushing short, he will find 2 kills onto Cass and Adam JC, but Aract will take him hiding in the corner. Incipiens finds one back onto Aract, however, and Ventake gets a deagle kill onto Danny, leaving Flash and Ventake in a 2 versus. It was a 2 versus 3, but now it's a 2 versus 2 as Flash, only 6 HP remaining, does manage to find Incipiens, and they're going to run up to that A bomb site. But look at this, Mr. Turtle already on the trigger. He's running up to that A bomb site, and he might even catch Flash on the cross here. He should do. He hears the footsteps on site, but I think Flash has seen a shadow or something, and Mr. Turtle will find that first kill onto Flash, but Vente gets that 1 dig. Only 5 seconds left now to get that bomb plant. I don't think he has time. No, he doesn't. He's just going to grab an M4 and run away. That was, for such a weak investment from TUD, that was a very, very close round. However, this round, they didn't manage to get the bomb down, so they're not going to be able to get a good buy into it. But it looks like Ventake is actually going to force into it anyway, buying an armor and some nades. So maybe he's going to juggernaut this, send his team in first and just trade off them.
Some miscommunication maybe, or maybe a raid boss sort of setup. But yeah, TUD great at sort of whittling down that utility and getting some frags on rounds that they really shouldn't be. And we can see there, UCD, Mr. Turtle with $850. That's the highest amount of money any UCD player has right now. Incipiens, though, catching the frags. 1, 2, 3. Gets taken out there by Ventake, but Danny will trade him out. And actually, it was Mr. Turtle, but Danny will get that final frag. So only 1 player lost in that round. And you'd be very glad if you're UCD, because they do not have that much money. And Incipiens, will he be dropped? He will get that M4, and he has enough now to buy some utility.
This is getting a little scary for TUD here. UCD are only 2 rounds behind, and of the last 6 rounds, they've won 5. And they don't even have a perfect buy this round. They only have a Mach 10 on Ventake because of the Juggernaut strat last round. So it looks like they're going to be going for a quick B pick. They're going to run out Monster. Ruben and Aiden pick up first 2 kills each. Cass gets 1 onto Danny, but Ruben finds the trade. Arik will find Aiden. A bit of exchange happening over towards barrels, but TUD, a player down. Ruben's just going to swing out, and Arak will punish him for that. But now it's a 2 versus 2.
TUD players, I don't think, realised where Ruben was playing for so long. He got 2 lovely frags, and Aiden did just enough to get one himself. Bringing it to this 2-on-2, a smoke and a flashbang for UCD, and just 1 flash for Adam. But this duo has won a 2 versus 4 before. I would definitely not count them out of this round. And maybe a boost coming in for UCD. Will they be watching it? Arik goes for the bomb plant, and Adam catches off the boost as Incipiens jumps there. Just Mr. Turtle now in the graffiti position. He's going to throw the flashbang over. Will blind the TUD players, but he's got 2 players in the same angle to peek. He's in a very sticky situation here.
I don't think he realizes both players are there. He does land a bit of damage onto Arak, but he still has to find both. He will find Arak, but Adam JC quick on the trade, swings out lower left. A very, very hard shot for Mr. Turtle to hit, and he will pick up TUD's 14th round, finally putting TUD back into a comfortable position in this game. Even though they can't get a great buy this round, actually, they're going to be lacking a good bit of utility. No head armor on Cass, and Flash only on a Galil. It should be it should reign supreme over UCD's buy, just because UCD are kind of on an eco round. But regardless, there was definitely a possibility that UCD could have forced into this round.
Yeah, it's the question, do you want to take the small hit and hope... Oh, what a 1D from Aiden. Do you want to take that hit and play for overtime, or do you want to risk it all and go for that force? And I think UCD have made the wiser decision, and they actually seem to be winning this round in the meantime anyway. Just whittling down TUD here, but they've got to make it out alive now. Keep those numbers, and I don't think Incipiens is long for the world. Arc will take him out. I think for TUD, it's just a matter of grouping up onto a bomb site and getting those trades in your favor, as you do have the better guns and you still have some good utility remaining. And it looks like Arak will be the scout for A site here, as he's just sneaking up onto long. Going maybe a little bit too quickly here, as Danny might catch him off with his 5-7. Tags him down to 65, but Arak will win the aim duel. And Ruben next to peak gets ripped off there by Arak as well.
Look at this. He's just holding W. He wants that ace. He's got 3 in this round already, and he knows the other 2 players are probably eco as well. Unfortunately, they're coming from Connector, Arak. They're not coming from where you're watching. As much as I would like to see you get this ace. The rotate is coming in, and they have managed to pick up an AK, which is something they were definitely lacking, even though they did have the man advantage before. Good flash will delay Aiden just a tiny bit. Mr. Turtle, though, not far behind him. I've made a footprint, and look at Arak. He's just going to hold W, and he will get that kill onto Mr. Turtle. 2 bullets left. Is he even going to reload? He's looking like he's not, but Aiden is out of there. Arak methodically and systematically cleaning every single angle. He wants that. Oh, wait. It is... Yeah, sorry. Ventake actually stole that last kill from Arak.
Yeah.
I thought Arak got that. My mistake.
Fortunate. No ace either way. And the gun's now coming out for UCD, but only a scout and a FAMAS for Danny. AWP though for Mr. Turtle. And well, Ruben falling to Ventic there on the AWP. Cass taken down to 54 HP thanks to that Molotov in short, and maybe another boost opportunity here. They might be wary of it from previous few rounds ago where, well, Cass got his head ripped off, I believe.
I think the reason they didn't expect it there, or didn't like look out for it, was because they did TD did Molotov barrels, which is kind of the position you'd be clearing with the boost anyway. So they kind of took the risk. Anyway, the B hit comes out. Mr. Aiden finds one to Adam JC. Mr. Turtle takes out Flash. Cass takes out Aiden in trade, and now it's a 3 versus 3. UD do have the bomb site, but they're going to plant in the open position of the smoke. Ooh. Danny will find Arak, but that bomb will go down just in time. 3 versus 2 now. Danny finds a second one onto Cass. And now it's just Ventake left in a 1 versus 3. And a lot of work for him to do, but it's too much as Incipiens, cheeky on that lurk, comes in and takes out from behind. That defuse is coming in. And TUD will have to take that 16th round, another round, as UCD live to fight another day.
Yeah, flawless retake there from UCD. Great entry frag from Danny with that frag onto the bomb planter through the smoke. And after that, it was just a matter of time. The remaining TUD players just couldn't hold off on the push. And they will be forced onto a half buy here. And it seems like it's going to be a full connector send here. Art, the only one to come up on the middle just to watch the backs of his teammate. And it's a full send now onto Banana, and both frags will go the way of TUD. Danny now to hold them off. He does get 1 and a second. Thankfully he gets a 3rd as well, and Aiden now there to back him up. Art now just left on that deagle.
What a game Art is having right now. 26 frags to his name. How good Ventake. Almost lands that 1 deke onto Mr. Turtle. That could have gotten a little dicey there for UCD again, but Art doesn't have the bomb, so he does need to kind of push here. A minute on the clock. He does have time to kind of take his chances in isolating the battles. He'll spot out Mr. Turtle, and he knows there's an AK towards Chuck as well. That's a lot of information.
Yeah, we can see UCD giving them quite a bit of respect there. Eventually they'll go for the push and get the frag.
Speed
And it
run.
was, yeah, it was getting dicey actually there for a second. 2 frags going the way of TED, pushing up on the short. Thankfully, Danny stood strong, and then Aiden was there to back him up in the end. Now it's getting that little bit closer to overtime. No AWP for TUD this time. The smoke's coming down from UCD onto the B site here. Monster and Short being smoked off.
Yeah,
Standard
and
enough round coming out.
TUD are not on a great buy here at all. Very, very little utility. They do have full AKs and full armor, but I mean, even UCD, having used some of their initial utility to hold off early pushes, are still in a better place than them in that department. This could very well be a 15-14 if UCD play this carefully and don't make any major blunders here. This TUD are setting up for a B hit.
Ruben there with the jump spot as he spots some smokes coming over both from Short and Monster, and here we go. Danny, Aiden both getting frags now onto the B site, and they're able to fall back into Monster here. Ruben helping out as well, getting 2 of his own, and Danny to finish it off. And now, well, just look at the economy for TUD. I think this might go to overtime, Evan.
It's really looking like it. TUD are absolutely broke here. We're going to see 3 MAC-10s come out, 4 MAC-10s, and a Deagle in the hands of Flash. Again, very, very little utility. And UCD, they've got 3 AKs, an AWP, and an M4. This is going to be close. UCD, in theory, on paper, the book says they take this round. The fast B hits coming in. Early smoke to take out the Molotov.
Guys.
They're all over the bomb side already. Ventake finds one onto Danny. Ruben takes out Ventake in return. Aiden picks up 2, and Ruben finds one onto Flash. And now it's just Cass. 1 versus 4. He finds the first kill onto Incipiens, and that's an M4, but he does not have the bomb. And he doesn't have a lot of HP either.
Well, I was scared when I saw that first frag going the way of Vantake, but thankfully UCD stayed in control. Now just Cass left in this 1 versus 3. Looks like overtime is going to be very likely here. But 2 players are fairly low. It is quite winnable here. Nobody from Heaven watching either. And Cass is allowed to walk out here. He will be spotted surely by Aiden in a second, and that will be it. Overtime on the first map. And, well played for UCD to bring that back.
That scoreboard is a pleasure to look at. Everybody pulling their weight. Like, top and bottom frags on both teams pretty much within like 10 kills of each other. And UCD, 6 kills is the deficit between... actually, we have Aiden on 26. I didn't spot that. So 10 kills is the deficit on UCD. And not far away from that on TUD as well. As we do see Ventake leading the scoreboard. 27 kills to his name. So, overtime is an MR, I believe it's MR 6 is what it's called, or is it MR 4 is what it's called? Either way, first to win 4 rounds in a 2 halves, basically. As they both have pretty much enough money to keep them going as long as they don't spend too much money in one particular round. It's looking like it's going to be a B hit from TUD, at least a slow one. They took some initial utility, but it didn't pull a rotate, actually. We see Mr. Turtle holding Atoms with the up, and Incipiens holding Connector. Spots out Aract and does some early damage onto him.
And they haven't fallen off of Bathrooms just yet either. They're still going to contest this. Incipiens playing up close. 2 angles to fight once that smoke fades. Art and Adam just outside the bathroom now. And in the meantime, Aiden to get a frag and Flash. Nice little short aggression play there on the B side for UCD. Smokes, Molotovs all coming in onto A. However, that might just hold the UCD players off for a little bit. But I think Danny and Aiden are coy to it, and they're waiting for this push. They will hear the steps, and Ventake with the bomb on Monster will be the signal. Aiden to catch 1 frag before he's traded out there by Adam. 3 versus 3 retake.
Indeed, that bomb will go down in the B bomb site from Ventake. HP slightly favoring UCD here, but positioning obviously favoring the T side. Incipiens and Adam JC playing a game of brains towards connector. Flash is coming out. Ventic will look away and he will get that kill onto Incipiens. 2 versus 3 now in favor of TUD. Ruben already dropped into that short water. Is going to walk into the up of Cass, who will take him out. And Mr. Turtle probably just going to want to hold on to that AWP and take it into the next round. That is our first round of overtime going in favor of TUD. 16-15 shall be our score.
Wise choice there for Mr. Turtle just to fall back and save this. Buying that AWP, very detrimental to your own economy, especially in these sort of shorter rounds. You gotta make it last. And yeah, the utility was just too strong, and the positioning there for TUD. That frag on B short catching off the connector player on the retake was all that they really needed to secure that round. But the AWP at the hands of Mr. Turtle sort of keeps them in play for this round coming up as well, so all to play for right now.
I've been informed it's MR3. Thank you, Jason. Would you ever tell I have thousands of hours in this game? Anyway, we do see an up, as you said, on both sides here. One in Cass's hands and Mr. Turtle holding onto his. Danny, quick boost, says say cheese as he takes out Flash.
Hey, I like that. Yeah, that was really unfortunate timing. Flash was watching for that boost, and I think he just moved away as Danny jumps up. Mr. Turtle with that saved AWP as well, catching a frag there, so it's a 3 versus 5 now, and then Incipiens on the connector flank. He's wondering where have the TUD players went, and I think they've sort of wrapped around each other here. Art to run out there, and Adam as well. 2 versus 1. And Mr. Turtle spots the long player for TUD. So all 3 players now pushing onto the A bomb site. A small gap in the smoke. Art somehow gets that flag though. And Danny now on truck to hold it off as 2 of the TUD players remain. It's Cass and Adam. Molotov to flush Danny out, but the flash to hopefully push back the TUD players. As I say that, Adam gets 2 frags of his own. And now it's just Aiden left on this 1 versus 1 now, but will he realize where Cass is playing? A shoulder peek is all that is needed, and Cass holds for the wide peek. And that will be a second round in this first overtime, going the way of TUD.
That was right down to the wire. Aiden very nearly pulling off that 1 versus 2, but Cass was just so comfortable holding that angle for so long. But that has forced UCD into not like an eco round by any stretch of the word, but definitely not an ideal buy. Lacking in utility. They do have an AWP in the hands of Mr. Turtle, which is always a delight to see. But 2 MP9s and a FAMAS on top of that is not ideal. And the fast B hit is already coming in. Aiden dropped by Adam JC. Danny finds Arax. Danny finds a second one onto Adam JC and drops the bomb, giving man advantage to UCD here. And the rotate is already coming in. Ventic jumps up on the bomb site to see if he can find anything, but can't seem to spot anything. Incipiens quick on the flank, will drop flash, but Cass trades it out. Mr. Turtle, though, finds Ventic on the bomb site. Now it's just Cass left in a 1 versus 3. He will find Mr. Turtle. And he will nearly land that flick onto Danny, but Danny does a lot of damage, but he takes that wallbang. Now it's just Ruben and Cass in a 1 versus 1. Cass, this will be a 1 versus 3 to win them this half if he manages to pull this off. And he has the bomb, and he knows where Ruben is. He's going to run up towards the A bomb site. Ruben also going to be moving up connector. He's going to be going quiet just in the event that I think Cass hears him, but Cass... No, he's big-brained him.
Big brain. Big brain.
Irish IQ as he's going back towards that B bomb site. He spotted that connector door is open, which means that he should probably know Ruben has gone up through it and is on that A bomb site. Ruben obviously won't hear the bomb being planted, but he will hear, obviously, the narrator tell him so. And he will start to rotate in, but this is going to be close. If Ruben can land 1 bullet to Cass's body, Cass drops. If he lands the bullet in the chest, Cass does not drop. Cass will survive. And Ruben, obviously, if he takes 1 bullet from Cass, he is dead as well. This is going to be very, very close.
Uh-oh. The step has been made. The flash will go through, and he's picked up a smoke, actually, but Cass, holding the angle just before the flash goes off, will get that frag. And what a way to finish that first half of Overpass.
1 versus 3. That's, I believe, only the second clutch of this match so far. Mr. Turtle picking up the other one. Actually, Ruben picked up one in the very first pistol round as well. But Cassie's been very, very solid this game so far with that AWP, hitting some very, very difficult shots pretty confidently in very, very high tension situations. He was the player that closed out both of those last 2 rounds. And he had a lot of impact in that first round as well, if I remember correctly. But 18-15 is our score. TUD need 1 round to win this map, and UCD needs to win all 3 rounds on their T side now in order to prevent TUD from taking this first map and taking it to overtime number 2. So they have their work cut out for them, but we are going to be jumping into a pause really quickly. Yeah, it's going to be a tech pause as one of the UCD players is going to reset their internet.
Yeah, I kind of thought there, Ruben, as he was walking up onto the A site, I was watching him and he sort of paused there for a few seconds, and that must have been the internet cutting out on him, so he's just going to go for a reset here. Hopefully
Irish
it's not
internet.
one of those routers that takes ages to start back up again. And
Yeah,
we should
hopefully
be
not.
underway fairly soon.
Well, on the
There he
bright side,
goes.
both these teams have been very, very considerate in to give us quite a lot to talk about should we have any downtime, because my, what a finals this has been so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's really lived up to its name. Going to overtime, TD bringing it all the way to almost just finishing this one off on the match point here, but UCD, I won't count them out of this just yet. They had a good start to their T half, and hopefully they can replicate it in this overtime half.
Indeed, and looking at like how many players survived in all the overtime rounds so far, we have Mr. Turtle surviving, I believe, in the first round of overtime, and 3 players on the TUD side. But all the rounds after that, when UCD all died, there was only 1 TUD player standing. That's how close these teams are right now. The score, although TUD are 3 rounds ahead, every one of those rounds was down to the wire.
Yeah, and I think now that you're probably going to see some more players saving if the round doesn't go their way. Obviously, it's going to have to be from TUD. They're definitely very skilled at getting those exit frags and whittling down the opponents, even if they don't win the round. So each frag will be that little bit more important as well, thanks to the amount of money that you've got remaining.
Yeah. Also, actually, I think it might be worth mentioning, no team has taken TUD to overtime, I believe, ever, besides UCD. And the closest TUD have had in this tournament so far was against UL, where the score was, I believe, 16-13 in favor of TUD. A very, very close game. And I believe TUD did the complete opposite on the match after, and it was kind of a slaughter, all things considered. So this is very good from UCD. It says a lot about the seeding system in particular, as it's going to be a quick round coming out. Let's see, tech is finished. Some very, very fast offshots coming out there, but nothing connecting. Lots of pre-fires, and it looks like UCD are just going for the fast A long pick. But look at this, Arax pushing up to close long. He might catch someone off guard here. This could be massive. Catch Ruben, and he will get the frag, and he will nearly get the second onto Incipients, but Incipients will trade it out. But the jig is up. TUD know that UCD are sitting in that long and they're waiting. They're going to rotate that extra player up onto that A-bomb site. But look at this. UCD have the read. They're running away too quick, and it's just going to be Adam JC to hold out that B-bomb site. He will exchange a bit of damage onto Aiden, but yeah, the hit's coming in and the rotate. Also, it's going to be a fast one here from UCD coming into the B-bomb site. The smokes are out.
Oh, big nade on the short, and Cass makes it back in time for that helping out frag there on the B side, catching off Incipients. Ventik! Sorry, what?
No scope headshot through the smoke from heaven, and he gets another no scope headshot.
What a way to end it, are you kidding me?
I hate that auto director
I'm
didn't
at a
want to show
loss
us
for
that,
words.
but wow.
Oh,
TUD.
you hate to see it.
So many
Big
no
auto
scopes that
director.
match. Anyway, that is TUD picking up the first map of this best of 3 series, the finals for the Counter-Strike Ice tournament, and we're going to be jumping to a quick break while the teams gather their thoughts after such a close game. And we're going to move on to Train, where we will have, I believe it is UCD will be starting on the CT side. And this map is, of course, TUD's map pick. So they did take UCD's pick off them. Anyway, we will be back momentarily. Stay tuned. And yeah, we'll see you in a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are going to be jumping into map 2 shortly. We are just waiting for the teams to ready up. Oh, that's because a bit of volume there. So after such a close first map, I can only hope that we see something similar in the second map, and it's not a case where one of the teams has just burnt themselves out after giving the first one their everything. So hopefully we'll see a second map just as entertaining as that first map, because my oh my, that was probably so far game of the tournament for me.
Definitely agree there.
I feel like that is saying something, because we have seen some absolutely amazing games on stream. I believe even one of our opening games, I think it was UCC, and I want to say it was CIT. It was neck and neck the entire game, but even this seems to be beating that, and in the finals as well. What a time for it to happen. Both these teams definitely deserve to be here, is all I can say.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where you're hoping that, you know, the grand finals is going to be a close game. It should be, you know, the top two teams at least in this grand final. And well, it went to overtime. TUD just squeezing it out in the end, and I should hope that this one is also going to be a close one. Going to get into the pistol round. UCD picking a CT side as this was TUD's pick, and hopefully, as you probably will know, that this is such a CT sided map that it might make this that little bit closer. And Danny gets that first frag as they now push out onto the site, B-bomb site there, but Ruben getting two of his own. He's still alive, able to fall back there to the summit spot, the back of the bomb site, and Alan now putting the bomb down as Cass tries to cover him, and he's spinning away. Ruben will get the frag though. Now Cass on a 1 versus 2 for this ace, but a smoke and a defuse kit for Mr. Turtle here. Gonna pop it down.
And he has the angle. Cass will find the kill, but Mr. Turtle with the kit, he will get the defuse, and only left on 11 hit points. Cass will finish him off with a sneaky little reload jiggle in there. But oh, that was close. And we see once again UCD picking up the first pistol round, but just barely. If Mr. Turtle didn't have that kit, that was a very different round, I think.
Yeah, that was too close there at the end, especially given that Cass got that final frag. The kit really made all the difference there. Did get the ace in the end as well, so that's a little feel good thing. A little bit of lag, I think, on the GoTV server there, but Aiden, Ventic, Mr. Turtle, Adam, Flash, that's the order of the frags, and that bomb plant has allowed TUD to get a little buy in this round, and well, it's worked very much in their favor. Just like that, singing the praises of UCD in the last round, and TUD have just tipped it like that. Galil's AK is now being bought, all thanks to that bomb plant.
Indeed, yeah, that was a very, very lovely buy to see. I love seeing a second round like full force buy where you don't just buy pistols, you buy like rifles. We saw what, 4 Galils, 3 Galils, and an AK. That is very much something to talk about. Oh, Aiden making a bit of knife damage there from Incipients to kick things off into this round. And Flash has found his way out to E-Box. He will land that first kill onto Incipients. Damage being exchanged left and right. Flash will find a second one onto Ruben. Vente finds one onto Aiden. Mr. Turtle will be dropped by Arak, who continues shooting and finds Danny as well. Clean round from TUD to pick up number 2.
Yeah, great play there from TUD, not allowing a single frag to go the way of UCD there. And I think UCD might have to go for another eco or half buy here. Ruben to buy a frag grenade. And that is the only investment they'll make in this round. 3 AKs and 2 Galils for TUD. Should be another easy round win here for TUD. Field smoke though on the A side.
Indeed, and pretty much an open B side, although the rotate is coming in. You're talking USPs against 3 AKs and a Galil, full utility. This should be a bit of a meat grinder from TUD. Ventake finds 2 as he takes out Mr. Turtle. Ventake types 3 as he takes out Incipients. Adam JC finds Aiden, and Ventake spots out Danny as well. Lovely little one tap to take him out, and that's a 4k for Ventake in this anti-eco round.
Yeah, some nice easy frags, you know. Pad out the stats, you might as well. I mean, Vantik, if it's anything like his previous performance, sorry, he broke 30. We could very well see this again. Already at 7, and we're only at round number 5 here. So now the big guns have came out. AWPs for both sides. This is where things get that little bit more difficult. But Flash is running out onto the top train there. Will get the first frag of the round, but Aiden and Mr. Turtle trading it out. Adam there and T-Hell, however, catching off the AWP player, Mr. Turtle for UCD, as Danny catches off Barrick. So a 2 versus 3 entry onto the A bomb site as the bomb will go down. Adam to hold for his teammate. All about the timings of these peaks here. The smoke's beginning to fade and the retake comes in. A headshot for Adam, a headshot for Aiden. Gets that second and brings it now to the 1 versus 1. Ruben. He's holding the right angle. Will he get the peak? He does. Headshot wins the round there for UCD, making it round number 2. And hopefully trying to just get back in the lead here. Should be able
Big
to
round.
get the defuse and get that AWP as well.
Yeah, that those first buy rounds are always huge. It looks like he just missed the AWP. That was close. But either way, that is a massive round for UCD to win, because they're now, while their economy's still rough because they lost so many players, they can still get a good buyout here, and they've kept TUD's economy mostly humble. We do see RX, of course, being a bit of an outlier there, having 10k coming into this round, and we do see an AWP coming out in the hands of Ventik. The opening kill as he finds Aiden right off the bat. The nade will do a bit of damage back in return onto Ventik, but not enough to get any kind of a kill there.
Little boost coming out from him. Ventik can get on his teammate's head. He can't, and Danny will catch that frag in the flash. That is the Ivy player falling down, but Ventik will fill in to hold that push as Adam gets a frag just outside A main there. And yeah, that AWP buy, I think, from TUD is really important into that round. And the fact that UCD couldn't get that AWP, also a big factor in holding these sort of longer range angles.
Yeah, I think Incipient saw an opportunity there to push into that C main smoke, and he almost got past Adam JC, but Adam JC saw him out of the corner of his screen, I think. Nearly got 4-3'd. It's kind of funny. Mr. Turtle, however, will find Adam JC. Ventik trades him out his second of the round, and he will spot out Danny in Ivy. Ruben's going to knife walk push B, probably going to go down Pop Dog here. The bomb still hasn't been planted. Actually, it looks like they don't have... Where is the bomb? Ruben nearly found the bomb, but Ventik might give away its position here. Is he going to go down Pop Dog? Ruben might actually catch him off guard here. And Ruben will. That is the bomb in the hands of UCD with only 20 seconds remaining. RX will find Danny, but 15 seconds. They're probably going to need to go for the kill here. Ruben gets that first kill onto Cast. 10 seconds left. He doesn't have... He might just have time to plant this.
He might just...
Yeah, I think he does.
He's running to the long side. I think he does have enough time though, yeah. Ooh.
To go to heaven. Oh, I love this. This is such an OG play. And he's just going to wait for that tap, and he's going to peek it out slowly. He doesn't even need to call Ruben's bluff if Ruben fakes it, because there's no way in hell Ruben is going to be clearing that angle. Methodically, though, he will clear out connector. He will tap that bomb. He's going to look heaven, but he looks away at the wrong moment. Did RX peek him there and look away? He did. RX giving away his position. And he will get the frag. That was... I think RX could have maybe got away with that a little bit cleaner. But regardless, very well played from him anyway to stay alive and get that 4th round on the board for TUD. And that has put TUD's economy very, very comfortable coming into this round. Full grenades across the board. RX still only 2 deaths to him, sitting on 10k. And UCD on the full eco pretty much. We see a Deagle, 2 P250s, and that is all they have invested into this round.
Yeah, that was a really dodgy round, to be fair, for TUD. RX closing it out there.
Oh, Ruben!
2 Deagle frags, okay.
Disgusting.
And all of a sudden, UCD have got into this round. 4 versus 2 now, but only 1 AK picked up. The shadow from Aiden gives away his position, but Adam's watching the shadow instead of the player, and that's another frag now for UCD, but Flash hoping to change the tides here. 2 versus 1 for him. And, well, he's got the armor and the nades to do it. but the bomb is secure. Eden just holding the angle, spots the peak, can't get the frag off though, and Flash is pushing. He's gonna take this fight, but he won't win it. Eden holds strong and gets that headshot. Ruben single-handedly winning that round, I feel, for UCD. Those 2 frags were so huge.
That was incredible. That was wow. I'm dumbfounded. That was nearly a complete eco round. The only like notable investment besides like the 2 P250s was the Deagle in the hands of Ruben, and my god, did he put it to work finding those 2 frags, as you said. Probably won that round for them. Not even probably. Almost definitely won them that round. Quick round here from TUD is Danny runs into Pop Talk and finds Cass, who drops an Aract shortly after. Like a charm bracelet falling off a table, one after the other. Danny picks up a third onto Adam JC as well, and Incipiens finishes off that frag onto Flash. And now it's just Ventic in a 1 versus 5. Suddenly, very different Counter-Strike being played by UCD.
Yeah, it's nice to see UCD bringing some normality back into the CT side here. We'll be leveling this up unless Ventic can pull something out of the hat. Just noticed as well, actually, UCD, I think there was a bit of a miscommunication, and an M4 was dropped in CT spawn. Should they have lost that round, that could have been a big economical bit of damage there. 3,100 or 3,000. I'm an A1S player. I forget how much the A4 costs, I'll be honest.
Oh,
but either way.
There are shorter ways of saying you're a degenerate than saying you're an M4 A1S player.
Okay. All right, Mr. Ballard, you take that back.
Clean round coming out from UCD anyway, only losing 2 players and a 4th round on the board, and they've finally done the impossible. They have broken Aract's economy. He's only on 2,000 coming into this round, and that's just going to be an eco round from TUD. And they're going up against 3 AKs here on the UCD Leviathan. This is very, very comfortable for any CT team, on the train especially.
Yeah, those Deagles could do a bit of damage on these sort of longer range positions, but Arc tagged down to 66, 18 now. The nades, thankfully, doing all the damage there. Only Cass with a little bit of armor. And he's just chilling with the remainder of the TUD players now. Going for a contact play, and Ruben, the only player for UCD on the B-bomb site, will spot the players walking out of upper though. And he might need to throw a molly onto the site. He might give them the bomb plant here. The molly will go down, but it's too deep, and the bomb goes down anyway. Won't catch any of the players off from the site. And look at this positioning. Flash to get one. Traded out by Ruben. Danny to catch Adam. Ventic with the Deagle now. And he's going to have to make it work, because Cass does get a P250 frag of his own. Ventic now being closed in by 2 angles. Gets that body shot. Does the damage onto Danny. So close, 4 HP. And he will get the frag. Body shot central. That's all you need to win the round for Ventic there. And just like that, another Deagle play securing a round, this time for TUD.
Indeed, yeah, that was so much between these 2 teams. We're seeing something happen, and then the complete reverse of it happening in favor of the other team just rounds later. And that's exactly what we saw there in the Ventic mimicking Ruben, clutching out a lovely little 1v2 there. But that was pretty much a full eco for TUD. They invested nearly nothing into that. Like, so much so that they probably could have force bought that round and not bought this round still, and just taken that double eco. But by the looks of it, yeah, the impact that's had on UCD's economy is going to be huge, because UCD, they've only had 2 players surviving on one round they won, and then 3 players the next round. So their economy is not in the worst position, but it's definitely not great. And the spy, I think, reflects that. They've got 2 pistols in the hands of Danny and Mr. Turtle, an AWP, glass cannon, in the hands of Ruben, and then 2 rifles on Incipiens and Aiden, one being a FAMAS. So weaponry definitely favoring TUD coming into this, and the lack of utility on UCD as well. Definitely of note.
Yeah, very big potential for TUD to take this to 6th T round, as the smoke will just fall down in front of the B ramp. Incipiens with the M4 to hold off any pushers. Takes his nade out, however, and Arik Ventic will punish that as Flash gets one of his own. before Mr. Turtle shuts him down. Now with the AWP, taken down by Arc in this advanced position now as he drops into oil. And yeah,
Look
it
at
looks like
this.
it will be a 6th round.
Look at this flank from Adam JC. He's in
Whoa.
CT. He could get the knife here onto Danny, and he will. That's the 3rd knife of the series so far. We're only just started in map 2. Wow, yeah, two from Cast, I believe, and 1 now from Adam JC. It's just Aiden in a 1 versus 4. He's going to want to hold on to that weapon, but Ventake is going to find that AWP from Mr. Turtle, and he's going to hold on to it. That is a 6th round now for TUD. 6-4 is the scoreline on our 2nd map. If you're just joining us, TUD took that 1st map in overtime. A very, very close game. And this is a best of 3 in the grand finals. So, UCD now in an even worse economic spot than they were last round, if that's even possible. Probably going to want to force by this actually and just take the double eco. But that, then again, they are giving away a lot of rounds if they do that. So I think what they're going to do is just play off Aiden here. Maybe rush somewhere, give him some damaged players to work with, basically. It's going to be pretty spread out hold from TD anyway.
Vantake tagged him with 28 HP though. Cass will bail him out for now. Just going to be a push on the A side here. Nothing too difficult for TUD, but Donny will catch one frag. And Incipiens gets one of his own as well. Just Ruben now with a USP. And if he's lucky, he might be able to catch one of these weapons and aim in. And that would be huge.
Indeed, yeah. Taking a weapon into the next round. Especially with TCD's money not in a great spot. What's their loss bonus at right now? 2,400. So most players will be looking at 4.5k. It's enough for M4 armor. It's not really enough for full grenades. So being able to hold on to an op going into this, that means Ruben can probably drop somebody a rifle, which will save at least. He's probably going to drop this to Mr. Turtle if I was to guess, and then we'll see Mr. Turtle at least with full grenades, if possibly the only player on UCD. Oh, that's if Ruben can hold on to that. That is, as he's gonna. Oh, what a shot! Oh, Ruben! Good night, Arax, and good night, Cass.
Yeah, that is big that he has managed to save that AWP. If you look at the economy, that will allow him to buy up his utility and armor here. Teammates are struggling just a little bit, but the AWP is so useful in this CT side that it could make all the difference here. No AWP for TUD, although they do have enough money for that. Instead, I think they're going to opt for maybe some faster plays here. Adam full blinded by himself, but Cass gets that frag, traded out by Mr. Turtle, and Ruben now 19 HP with this AWP. He's going to have to get helped out there by Danny, and he will get that frag. Flash. Oh, Ruben catches that frag. I thought through the smoke, but I think he was able just to see him. But in the meantime, Incipiens and Adam trading frags there, and now it's a 1 versus 1. Mr. Turtle coming in from connector as Adam is going the other way, and he's not going to find him.
Going for a bit of a long flank here.
Could this be the big brain flank into connector again?
Question is, could this be the big brain play from Mr. Turtle as he chooses to clear to his right? Oh, don't think so. Oh. You could see he noticed Adam JC and he started to move his crosshair, but Adam JC, massive advantage obviously in that situation. Not just the fact that he's the one expecting Mr. Turtle there, but he's further away from the corner. A variety of other factors, the odds were just stacked in his favor there, and that's forced UCD onto another bad buy. These rounds are just slipping away, and not even through gunplay, just through UCD's economy. And one thing on Train in particular, it is very, very difficult to keep a stable economy, just given how much utility you need on just a default hold. There's so much to smoke off, so much to Molotov, even so much to flash, because I know a lot of teams will throw some early flashes in Ivy. Ruben finds that kill onto Arax, no scope, while flashed, as you do.
Gonna need to hit a few more roof shots as Flash gets that entry onto the B side there. The bomb will go down as well. Danny might be thinking about saving this AK here in a second. Yeah, he will do that just by Ivy. The remainder of the UCD players going for extra frags here. Ruben will fall to Flash. And I think, yeah, for ECD, you're going to be very, very nervous in these up and coming rounds. 9 rounds here for TUD on the T side is very, very dangerous.
It is, yeah, especially on such a CT-sided map like Train. Like, ideally in a CT position, you'd want to be the one on 9 rounds. Probably at least 9 rounds. Maybe more comfortable on 10 for a pretty... yeah, I'd say the average... Wait, Aiden died there. Where was he? Oh, he was near Pop Dog. That's unfortunate. That's a weapon out of the hands of UCD. Oh, I think he was trying to pick up one of TUD's weapons, actually. But 'twas not to be. The bomb said no. This, however, this is what we see. The first buy round from UCD we've seen in a while, with an actual rifles and an AWP. Pretty much matching TUD in terms of everything here. So this is a very important round to win. The opening kill.
To get that frag. Those Molotovs are so dangerous with how their smoke affects your vision, and Cass wins that one. Aiden in a very dicey spot here as well, but he will win that frag against Arc. Cass with a quick trade, and Danny spots the boost. Doesn't realize that Adam can also help him out. Now just Ruben on the A-bomb site, gets the scope in, takes down Adam to 10 HP, but it's not enough. Just Incipients now. Going to be flushed out of the positioning connector, not before he gets that frag though, onto Ventake. And I would say this is actually quite winnable here for Incipients. Cass on half HP and Adam on just 10.
And worth noting, Incipients has a Molotov and 2 flashes as well. If he can be on the right bomb site as the bomb plant, he could perhaps even deny it while doing a lot of damage. And he will hear that plant coming through. And he will nearly catch Cass, but he'll only land the 1 bullet. But Cass, somehow too quick for Incipients there, will take him out. And that is 10 rounds now for TUD. This is not what you want to see if you're UCD in this situation. They will get a decent buyout this round, and maybe they can make this a 10-5 half, which is definitely something to work with. Yeah, 11-4, definitely not going to be ideal going into your T side on Train. Fast A-hit coming out from PUD. Ruben will spot Arax towards that pop dog position, and he will land that frag, but not before Ruben takes out Incipients. Flash in response does take out Mr. Turtle in that connector position. It's a 4 versus 3 in favor of TUD. Cass finds Danny through the smoke. Flash finds Ruben headshot through the smoke. Aiden will find Ventake, but Flash, he's just holding W on top of those trains, and that's his 3rd kill of the round. 11-4, the dreaded scoreline going into your T half here for UCD. They have a lot of work to do here, and one thing is for certain, they are definitely going to need this pistol round if they want to have any hope of taking this to map 3.
Yeah, agreed, Evan. I'm not really too sure. UCD, you might need to get just that first pistol round out of the way here, and then take it a round at a time. We'll see a pause being called here. Probably just a quick little tactical one here, just to figure something out at least. Get the first foot down and in the door here.
I think this might be a good time to bring up the history between these two teams. They have faced each other in the finals of ICE 4 times prior to... Oh, sorry, 4 times including this one. And TUD have come out on top on all of them. UCD have managed to take a map off them once. I believe this is the first overtime they've taken off them. Or not taken off them, it's the first time they've brought them to overtime. And this is UCD's 5th time in the finals overall. The 5th time was, of course, to Trinity, I believe, in the very 2nd season of ICE. So both these teams not just deserve to be here in this tournament, they deserve to be here just based off of their previous performances. They have been consistently 2 of the best teams in the tournament. And it's definitely a pleasure to get them both to the finals every year and watching them try new stuff against each other. It's entertaining, and it's definitely a fan favorite, I think, to watch for casters as well as spectators.
Yeah, definitely. It's 2 big teams historically and currently duking it out, and that first game was really a showcase of that. Look at this play. TUD's showing no respect. Given the previous performance of both these sides, you'd think there would be a bit more respect, but that was just a straight up pop dog push, and they're going to go for this play now onto the B-bomb site. No smoke down, straight running it, and Danny to get that first strike, traded out by Adam. Cass swings and gets that frag onto Aiden. And now 3 versus 4 on the retake, and it's just Ruben here on the bomb site. Gets one. Not good enough for anymore. No Molotov to flush him out. Vantake with the shot.
Adam
Sorry, I should say Adam.
JC?
Yeah.
What
damn.
a flick!
I thought Vantake hit that. That was sick.
Jesus. He just tapped the bomb and flicked straight up shot and looked straight back down again. Didn't even like go to see if his shot hit. He just knew it did.
That was like was it Tizian and barrels on.
Oh yeah, on overpass.
Remember that nice
Yeah.
little flick headshot.
Absolutely iconic moment. We're defeated here in our very own ice finals by Adam JC on the TUD. Early damage being done from Ruben onto Adam JC as he is damaged by that scout shot. And Sipiens gets the entry onto Arat, but Adam trades it out. And Adam picks up another one onto Mr. Turtle. Flash finds one and Cass finds one as well. Ruben and Aiden both falling respectively. Just Danny left now in the 1 versus 4. He does have the bomb, which is of note. But this was a ballsy buy from UCD. Definitely needed. It was the right call to invest so much into this round, but they're going to be broke next round. And they're probably going to want to start playing for overtime. Oh, Danny will spot out both Ventic and Adam JC. He will land the first kill onto Ventic. He knows Adam JC is just playing around that red chain. And Flash has given his position away as well.
Oh,
That did not just happen. Danny gets a little bit of a bro fist there from Cass as they jump through the smoke. And suddenly this round is very winnable for Danny from what was a 1v4. A lot of time on the clock to play with as well. And as I said, he does have the bomb.
yeah, big advantage there, but he's spotted out by Flash there in back 6. Adam on the B bomb site doesn't even need to show up as Flash will get the frag. 13-4 now for TUD. And just look at that money for UCD. It's not looking good at all. They are going to half buy into it, it seems. Just the Deagles coming out. And they're going to need some Deagle magic, maybe coming out of Ruben, as he did in one of the CT rounds, to hopefully bring them back into this game.
Indeed. Looking like UCD are just going to go for the eco so that they can at least buy when TUD are on 14 rounds. Flash straight away into this round finds 2 kills onto Aiden and Danny. On the other side of the map, Cass does manage to find Ruben. Auto director, please. Flash falling off will spot out Incipiens and take out the head of him. Give him a bit of a haircut. And it's just Mr. Turtle left in a 1 versus 5. Now, Mr. Turtle is good at clutching, but this one is a big ask. And Adam JC will drop him to put TUD on 14 rounds. 10 round deficit here.
Yeah, this is getting just that bit more, I don't know, depressing for UCD. You just, what can you do in that situation? You just sort of have to run out and face the music. But this time, they do have the AKs and, well, Arc with that XM,
Yeah.
I would be scared if you're hitting Pop Dog. Incipients will fall though to Flash. Traded out there by Aiden. On 31 HP himself though.
Upper B push is coming through as well. Ruben is going to have a lot to deal with here. And Alex is going to pop up the ladder at the right time. He will get the shotgun kill and he will take out Ruben. Mission completed. Finals. 1 in his eyes, even if the rest of the rounds do go in favor of UCD. He got that shotgun kill. That's all he could have asked for. Mr. Turtle finds Casto. Makes this round definitely winnable from a 3v3 to a 3 versus 2. And they know Arak is stuck in that top dog position. Is he going to flash through the smoke? Oh, he's dropped the smoke at his feet. Okay, give him some room to play with. Mr. Turtle will look at Ventic and look away again. Do a bit of a double take there. And Ventic will punish him for that. And we'll get the frag. 2 versus 2 with it all to play for. TUD fighting for a match point here. Arat pushes the smoke. Aiden will get that kill. Now it's just Ventic. Once the opening.
Oh.
Danny is fallen. Aiden only on 4 HP. He will get the kill on that off angle. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Are you kidding me, Aiden? Come on.
It
Not like
happens.
this.
It happens.
Not like...
Anyway, that was UC keeping the dream alive for just at least one more round, as they do get a rough buy coming into this one. Only one AK, despite winning that previous round, and an AWP coming out in the hands of Ventake. Actually, I think that's the first time he might have picked that up in this series so far. And he will get that opening kill into Aiden. Huge peek from him, peeking that upper B area.
Arct as well brings back the XM and top, and he's pushed up actually through Shires here. Not a single UCD player holding it. Danny, I think, starting to realize here, but Adam getting that frag onto A main will be the perfect distraction here for Arct. XM in hand, he hears the steps as they're running out of A main, but I don't think there's going to be any competition as they're dying in front of him. I think he's telling them to hold on. He wants the knife frag and he isn't going to get it just yet. XM frag will eventually come through though, and he will be a happy lad.
That he will.
Match point now.
Yeah, match points and UCD, their money. I mean, I think most money on that player was Incipiens with just 3,000 to his name. He'll pick up a Galil and body armor, but everybody else forced onto Deagles and a Mac 10 in the hands of Aiden. They do have some utility to play with, but I mean, it's vastly inferior to TUD. And look at TUD's buy. They could have comfortably bought here, but instead we see dual Berettas and 5 Zeuses coming out. Cass pushing up on that lower B ramp. He wants someone to jump through that smoke more than anything, and he might just get it here onto Mr. Turtle. He will, as Ventec picks up Incipiens in the meantime. As Zeus is Mr. Turtle. Aiden finds Ventec in trade, and Danny finds Cass in trade. 3 versus 3, but winnable though this round may be, there's no chance for Ego to come back. Flash finds Aiden through that smoke. Oh.
That's, you hate to see it if you're Aiden. Danny though gets that frag, and it's still a 2v2 somehow. The smoke and the Molotov goes through. Danny commits too much to that spray through the smoke, and now Ruben left on this 1v2. Adam doesn't realize where he's at, but pros don't fake, and Arct to win ICSGO Winter Championship gets the Ninja Defuse. 16-5 on train. That will be 2-0 in the full series.
What a series.
Another win for TUD.
Indeed, yeah. That is, I believe, if you count from their season 1 win, DIT, of course, merging into TUD, that is their, I want to say it's their 5th ice win. I think it is their 5th ice win out of the 6 tournaments we've seen so far. That is incredible stuff from them. They've just been absolutely dominant throughout the entirety of their Counter-Strike career here. And they have the results to show for it. UCD put up a good fight, but in the end, I think it's safe to say the better team won, with TD taking UCD's map pick, close though it may be, but on their own map pick, it was very, very comfortable for them. And 16-5 was our scoreline in map 2. So, ladies and gentlemen, TUD are your ICE Winter Champions for Counter-Strike. They have done the, what do we call it, the Grand Slam of the ICE this year. They won they didn't win Rainbow Six. I think they won everything else. Am I right?
Oh, wow.
They have, as we say in the business, they are a bunch of gamers. But that is going to be it for Ro and I tonight. Do you have any final words, Ro?
Yeah, we saw a great bit of CS there in the end. TUD just too strong to finish out. Thanks for watching, folks, and I hope you all have a good holiday season. Get rested up, and we will be back next season for more Irish collegiate CS. I'm looking forward to it.
So am I. That is going to be it from us. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe, wash your hands, and Merry Christmas.